Hello everybody, this is Husky10. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the background for the game I'm working on. It's called Battle Duck. This is what it looks like when it's not run. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong thing. I switched to Mac. I bought a used Mac, so I'm still trying to get used to it. But anyway, this is the background of it. This is what the scene looks like before it's loaded. You don't see the green or the purple stripe. You also don't see the top. You also don't see the top bar. If you'll look when we play it, for some reason it opens up in Chrome. So the reason for shooting the enemies is so they don't harm you while you're collecting the coins that randomly spawn. The reason you go up here and hunt is you're hunting for health. I might add some more stuff. I want to add a power up that will randomly spawn. When you destroy all the enemies, it resets the spawn variable and all the enemies respawn. The blood you don't see. Now, there's some stuff I want to show you. I want to show you a little bit of the code. You have 3 events. You have the event for you lose, which is if you hit the replay button in you lose, you go back to level 1. At the moment, I haven't made a menu. That's kind of the least. I'm trying to learn more and enhance gameplay. But you got the level 1 code, which has all the variables. It includes this sheet, and it has the starter layout. It sets all the variables to their respective values. Most of them are set to 0, except the player health. And then when the player health is at 0, you go to you lose, to the you lose scene or layout, as you prefer. One sec, I want to do a little bit of editing. The font I found, I made sure it was public domain. I'm trying to build a library of sounds and fonts and all that. Hang on. What does the orange dot mean? Hang on, what happens if we... Okay, I don't know what that means. Leave. Oh shit, I forgot to save shit. I forgot to save stuff. Okay, it should be. Yeah, I forgot to save. The thing I like about stuff like Construct 3 and gdevelop is everything is visual. Some of the code is held in your event sheets, but some of the coding also comes with your behaviors and all that. Let's full screen this. Let's look at the main. Up here you have all the tutorials I found on how to make it stretch and squash said you need to have a separate player collision. I'm not exactly sure why it has something to do with the hitboxes. That's all I know. If anyone can answer that, then go ahead. I have to rename this. This is all the sections of code. That I can go back and edit. Let's go to this one. This doesn't have the falling mechanic because there's no way you can fall off and die into the abyss. There used to be when this game started out, but no. This is the main event sheet. I'm gonna be putting it into into all the level sheets, so that way I don't have to keep copying code and all that. Anyway, you have it pinned. You give the duck the pin behavior and you pin it to the collision, and then you're able to do squash and stretch. A lot of people were making the squash and stretch. I was looking on tutorials for this and I couldn't find any that I could actually understand or implement because they would just give quick, brief, 5-second explanations and then show walls and walls of code without explaining it. And I finally found a video that showed something like this where you use the tween behavior to make the character squash and stretch without all the variables and all certain effects. The gun was simple. You pin the gun to the duck, set its angle, have it spawn another object at the layer image points. I will get to those in a sec, and you have it play sound. The best thing I like about Construct 3, which I didn't really know how to do in gdevelop, was set distance limits on the bullet. Where if you notice, it goes so far and then it destroys itself. This makes you have to go closer to the character. In my opinion, it's more engaging. I want to touch another thing, which is coin spawning. I'm not going to show you all the code or inner workings, but I'm going to show you stuff that I've learned for this. The coin spawning was kind of hard for me. I was trying to make it spawn in this area, but I couldn't really figure that out. So what I did was I made a purple square. I called it coins, and I have like 5 or 6 image points. I have like 0 through 4 image points for it to spawn, and I'm gonna call these spawn points for now. And I have it to where if the player is in collision with it, it destroys the coin and then it spawns at another random image point. This took me forever to figure out. It took me forever to figure out. Hang on. Let's clean this up a little bit. Alright, that one was kind of weird. I want to make a spring. This is not actually sprinkler code. This is how to make it fly. It's very... Okay. It's not how you make it fly. It's how we're making the duck fly. One of the features is if you keep pressing W like this, the duck flies. I have it though. You cannot hold down W to keep it in the air. You have to, it's triggered once, so you can only jump once and keep it in the air, but you have to constantly keep pressing W. This was, the reason it's called spring was there was going to be a spring where it would make you jump to other places, but I didn't think that a duck would need that, so I thought, why not give him the ability to fly? The health spawn is kind of simple. It's a simple spawning. I learned about timers and all that. I still haven't figured out how to, I'm still working out the kinks of the health. Enemy death, I learned how to make a blood splatter without particles. Yeah, basically, when the bullet is in collision with enemy, we had a sub-event that handled all our blood. There were bullet behaviors, and all that, to give it the random blood effect. Let me know if you want tutorials on this. But yeah, or better yet, I can bring you to the, I can send a link to the video in the comments or in the description. Enemy movement. This enemy movement was way easier and way better to understand than G-Develop. G-Develop said you had to have all this stuff, when in reality in Construct 3 you had to give it the platform behavior, which makes it work like a platform character, but it moves by itself with variables, and if it hits stuff. I have one block that makes it go random left or right. I have a jump block, and you can place these anywhere in the level, and they will the enemy will respond with the corresponding way they're supposed to. This didn't take forever to figure out, but it kind of took forever to figure out. Anyway, enemy spawn was easy. I figured out timing and spawn limits. I'm trying to do it for health, but spawn limits aren't working. I already touched squash and stretch. Yeah. The next thing I want to learn is how to make a pause menu. I plan on adding a pause menu to the game. Yeah, I found a 6-minute video. I hope it doesn't turn out like what happened when I tried to make squash and stretch. When I tried to make squash and stretch, there were like 3 5-minute videos, but they didn't go in depth and they didn't explain how they did it. The camera was also kind of a experiment. I just used the X coordinates for the lerp. I didn't add a Y coordinate or anything like that. I probably could have just set the X. Yeah, I could have probably just set the X. And all in all, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I plan on releasing it on Steam. If you want to, you can play the demo on Newgrounds and give feedback and help manipulate further development by leaving feedback. I really need that because I want this to be good, because I do plan on putting this on Steam. If you're asking why I didn't use the whole play field, I needed to put credits somewhere. There is a bug though that I'm trying to fix. I think you could have seen it, where if you shoot at it, they won't destroy, and this would lead to it not spawning right and all that. I'm trying to fix that. I think I solved it. Aside from the duck, I did all the art myself. I know it doesn't look that right and it still looks mediocre, but I'm trying really hard to improve on my skills. The inspiration for this game came from another game I played on Steam. It was called Super Crate or something like that. It had the same concept. Enemies fall from the sky, you shoot them and all that. I didn't directly copy. I tried to add my own twists and turns. For instance, a rainbow for bullets. I also something that also changed development. I was watching a YouTuber called Jonas Tyroller, and he gave some tips about how you can make your game better, and I've kind of been going off of that. If there's anything you think I should add or what I should improve on, please say. I have experimented to see what happens when you add multiple enemy spawns, but that just messes up the whole variable counting thing. See, Okay, for some reason one is just stopped there. I'm not sure why that happened. See, like if it gets down a certain variable, it'll keep spawning, but I don't want that, so I'm gonna stick to one spawn point. Yeah, any way you can help make this better.
Not you.
Any way you can help make this better, say so. Yeah, this game still needs a lot of work. I have a to-do list on a app called Todoist. It's kind of how I'm keeping track of this whole project. I want to say one more thing. I am working on another game, which will be a Newgrounds only. It will be a Newgrounds only. But anyway, this is the to-do list. I have a total of 12 things to do. Yay. Audio, dialogue, update the platforms, make a list from feedback and demos, make more detailed enemies. See ya. Add more detail enemies. Add a possible timer for the coin to make it a little more interesting because it's kind of bland. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. And there's a lot more that I want to do. Please like, subscribe, follow, share, and I will see you in the next video.